Good afternoon if you're here in UK, or maybe good morning if you're somewhere like Canada and USA, just like our amazing guest, David Buurma. Good morning, David, to you. Good afternoon to everybody else. How are you, David, today?
Yes, good morning, good afternoon. How's it going?
It's
How's life
good.
treat-
Can you say it again?
How's life treating you over there?
Oh, it's actually quite gorgeous morning here. Afternoon here. It was quite cold, quite windy here, but I can see you have a nice backdrop there. Is it the artificial? Is it the picture?
It's real. It's real. It's all happening. It's all happening.
It's nice. It's looking really good. Looking really good. So, David, today we have a really interesting topic, and I'm quite fascinated about this topic because gender equality is something what is quite big in the world, and people keep arguing, keep fighting, and they have all sorts of things happening. But we forget about one big and important area of our lives, which is relationships. What was your journey like when it comes to actually gender equality? What have you learned about that all?
Yeah, I mean, we've talked quite a bit, you and I, over the years about this, and over the year, not maybe it was a year. But but it's a very interesting topic because you talk about the arguments and that kind of stuff. Because of course, you say gender equality, and inside me actually gets me angry,
Mm.
um, and it gets me, pissed off about it because you know I do believe in gender equality, but again, it's not the same, I think, language that most people believe in, right? And you and I have, talked about that, and your journey and my journey, and I think society has raised a philosophy and a psychology of gender equality that fundamentally is broken and will not work. And my journey was actually trying to understand how people act and react and our core people and who what we're looking for. I didn't, I was raised with five older brothers, so a simple thing, we're all big guys, so a simple thing is, needing to protect a woman
Yes.
in in North America, where I don't lock my doors. Like I didn't understand that women need protecting. And
Right.
my wife was quite often, could find her quite often being rude to me, and what she was actually wanting was me coming closer at the time, and I didn't understand it. I was like,
Right.
you're being
Right.
rude to me. Obviously, you're good by your own. Have a good day. Peace out. Right. So there was so many things that I'd done in error that essentially messed up my marriage. Right. And I thought I was doing because equality. It's
Right. Right.
right.
It's quite
So
fascinating, but then how did you know that they were wrong? Like, what made you think they were wrong? Is it because you felt wrong? Because she was telling you it was wrong? Because, people are living their lives based on what they have learned from their parents. So how did you know it was wrong? Like, what told you that was wrong? It doesn't work. It's not supposed to be like that. What exactly told you that?
right. So we're not only taught by our parents, we're taught in college and university and
Yeah.
social media, we're taught in news, we're taught in every way of this. And because the news anchors are, you look at them, they're women, they're very strong, they're very,
Yes.
they look like they're all put together and all this kind of stuff. And so we're bombarded. But I started going to different events because pain is there for a reason. We don't all have to go through pain. We can go and learn, but pain is there for a reason. If you're going through relationship after relationship after relationship and it's painful, 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 you should be taking those moments and say, okay, why does it keep on being painful for me? Right? There's a
Yes.
lesson here for me.
Yes.
And the
Yeah.
problem is the difficulty, Olga, to learn these things, I find, is that you might invite a girl over, be with a girl that might have some masculine issues, doesn't get along
Right.
with the father, had some issues in the past with a boyfriend, all that kind of stuff.
Yeah.
Have these, and then you say to yourself, okay, what is it trying to do? Well, you know what? The problem with that, it gives you another level of confusion.
Right.
And the reason why there's another level of confusion is you try to sort through what you understand, but then she comes in with her own issues,
Yeah.
and then you're trying to understand, is that my issue or that her issue?
There we go. I
Right?
love that. I love that.
So
Talking
then you,
about issues. Talking
yeah,
about issues, can we just double check that we can hear. Yes, we can hear you on the video, but for some reason, if I check on YouTube, we cannot see your video, and I definitely can see you here. So can I just take you out and put you back? Let me see what difference it will make, because for some reason on an actual live chat, like we can hear you, I just heard you speaking, but I could not. Yeah, it still doesn't appear actually that we can see you. Could you please double check your video? Is your video okay? Camera connect? Because as I said, I could hear you, but I cannot really see you.
Settings, and I have share screen. What do you want to do?
No, it is just about.
I've mute my cameras are working, so I don't know what else I could do.
Can you switch off disable camera and enable it again?
Yeah.
Just to test it. Yeah. That's really interesting because I cannot see you. It's like just shows like a black screen. Really interesting. I never came across that.
I wonder later for you.
Pardon?
I wonder if it'll show up later for you.
It's just not showing up. It's just not showing up. I'm not sure really why. And I wonder if other people can see us as well. If somebody's watching us right now, I can see Maria joined us as well. Maria, can you see David as well? Or is it just me not seeing David? I really wonder why we have this issue, because what I can see here is just like half of the screen is just going black. That's all. I don't really understand. So like we can see you. Can you see David as well? Or is it just me not seeing? I'm just testing here.
Yeah. This web page is...
That's really interesting. I never came across that. Yeah, Daniel also says can see him. That's right. And Maria also says no Olga, no image. Right, okay, guys. So what we will do, we will try to reconnect again. We will leave the studio and we will come back literally in a minute and we're going to start all over again. I'm not really sure what's happened with this because I can definitely see David here on the screen. But we will try to reconnect again, yeah, in a minute. We'll be with you in a minute.